Well, you know where we are now, Chuck? We are at the grounds of the former church that used to be here, and
Yes.
there are many remains of many who have passed here. They were buried here at this site, including many of the monks or the friars. There was a
Yes.
fire in September 7th of 1538, which
Yeah.
burned the church, and you can see
Yeah.
the memorial to our back in the back where 7 friars were buried that died tragically in
Yeah,
that
we
fire.
found the graves. Didn't you say they're in Latin and in English?
That's correct. I had,
graves, yeah.
but we were trying to figure out what is an L, was an M, yeah,
Yeah.
because they had the date in Latin, which makes sense because they spoke Latin.
Sure.
But then when we came around, they had it also in English that the fire had happened and had destroyed the church, and 7
Yeah,
friars
right
died.
behind us here,
Yeah.
where it was.
September 7th, 1538.
We were even theorizing that may be why ghosts are seen at nighttime here in this park.
It is considered a haunted woods. And it is known that they will haunt those who are foe. You are either friend or foe. But I have felt welcomed by these woods.
Extremely. I said to Whimsy, it feels as friendly and benign as could be. I don't feel scared at all to be here.
Yeah, but it is considered one of the haunted areas, very heavily haunted in Cardiff. And of course, you can see in the background the memorial to the church that once stood here, and in honor of those 7 friars who passed on that day when the fire happened. We've also found some unmarked graves. The bodies were removed,
Yeah.
but the grounds and you can see the area where the graves of various
It's
different
slightly
families
sunk in. You can
slightly
tell.
sunk in, and there are flowers still around the area from where those bodies once were buried. But I believe many of them had been removed and placed in another
Because
location.
I think this became a public park in 1947 when it was donated to the city. So that might have been when it was done.
I think it's stunningly beautiful. At the same
Oh.
time, you feel the history.
It's one of the most beautiful parks I've ever been in my whole life. And for me as an artist illustrator, I've always wanted to illustrate an old traditional fairy tale. And that's what this park feels like to me.
Absolutely. And we were so glad that you could join us
Thank you.
as we visited the castle in Cardiff and the beautiful grounds. And it's definitely a magical place. If you get a chance to go, we would highly recommend it. 'cause
Highly
it's-
recommend it.
It's quite sacred and beautiful, and
Yeah.
well, it's hauntingly beautiful.
Hauntingly beautiful. That's a good way of putting it, Nancy.
Thanks for joining
Thank
us
you.
in the Castle of Cardiff and the beautiful gardens that we were able to visit as well. And we hope you enjoyed taking this journey with us.
I love Cardiff, Wales.
Me too.
Yes.
So we are going to give a little bit of a review of our vacation here in Cardiff, Wales. We are just leaving Cardiff. We stayed at the Park Gate Hotel, which is the former post office.
Yes,
So
Cardiff Post Office.
let's go ahead and first start with a review of the hotel. How did you feel about the hotel? It is 4
10 stars.
You're going to give it 4 stars.
Well, I'm going to give it 10 stars if I could. This has been one of the most exquisite experiences of my life. I've never stayed in a 4-star hotel before. I don't want to tear myself away from here. It's going to be hard to go back home. I'm thinking of Victoria. The bathroom is a religious experience.
Of course, we had our own robes, and the food was quite excellent as
yes.
well. We left from the Paddington train station. If you are coming to Cardiff, you will be taking the either Elizabeth line or the Heathrow Express from Heathrow, and that will take you to Paddington, and then from there you can take the trains to Cardiff, and it's under 2 hours.
Yes, it was a very fast trip. Very smooth, very comfortable.
Now, once we got to the hotel, of course, we checked in, and all the amenities are here. Bathrobes, great breakfast. Make sure to get the breakfast. It's a lovely buffet.
Lovely.
What was your favorite part about the buffet?
Oh, my favorite part of the buffet. The salmon, the eggs, the croissants, the bacon.
Did you get any photographs of that?
don't think I did.
You were too busy eating.
And I had 3 cappuccinos this morning.
Oh, goodness.
They have a wonderful machine here that'll make you any kind of coffee drink your heart could ever desire.
You said that using the bathrooms were a religious experience. Did you get any photographs of your room?
Yes,
Okay,
I did.
Great. So
I will
we'll be
send
showing
them.
those because I did not.
Oh, when I saw that shower stall, oh my God. Yes, I took pictures. I took pictures to send back to my friends in the States.
Once we got here, of course, we then explored beautiful Cardiff, and we found some magical areas hidden away, like that lovely fairy kingdom that woman was building.
Yes, that was
She
delightful.
gave us a little tiny one of her
Yes,
little hedgehogs. She gave me a hedgehog.
Yes, a little piece of porcelain,
I
right?
thought that was very, very nice.
I know.
And we were able to visit Cardiff Castle. First impressions of Cardiff Castle.
Cardiff Castle, well, it's just the majesty of something that's been here for 2,000 years, going back to the ancient Romans. I don't know how much of it was restoration, but it looked to be largely original. And I just love the grounds. I love the beautiful park near there, which we will talk about later. And you found a medicinal herb garden.
Yes, we'll go ahead and show you that many of the herbs that were used by the people that lived there had survived, and it had been walled off and secured so people could see those herbs. Excuse me, those herbs had
Could have been
remained.
descendants.
Oh, that's exactly what it was.
Like the comfrey.
Yeah, there
You were
was
telling me
comfrey,
was used for
and
broken bones.
That's correct. It's called bone set, and they also had cleavers, which is used for kidney health.
Yes, that is how
So probably for the treatment
Latin
of
name,
kidney
called cleavers,
stones
and it has an
and for
affinity
setting
toward-
bones.
Yeah.
Now, as we continued our journey, we made sure to visit the beautiful Butte Park. Any impressions about Butte Park? It is considered to be enchanted and haunted. A little bit of feeling about
Well,
that.
enchanted. Maybe cliche words to say magical, but that's what it felt like. It reminded me so much of childhood fairy tale books. The illustrations, it looked just like that. The foliage, all of the wildflowers growing. To me, it was a very benign energy. It felt welcoming. It felt loving. It felt supportive. We'd heard stories about how if they didn't like you, the fairies didn't like you, the entities, or even if they didn't like something your ancestors
True.
did, they would take it out on you. I felt we were completely welcome there, completely supported. It was like we were being lovingly embraced.
Now, of course, we came across some surprises as we wandered the Butte Park. We discovered that it was actually a former cemetery that
Yes.
several bodies had been buried. It is the former friary, a former church was there, and several bodies were buried there. Can you talk a little bit about that, including where the former monks were buried?
Yes, because didn't that church fire take place around
September 7th, 1538.
Okay, 1538. Okay, so there was nothing that left of it other than just some marker indications. But we found evidence of where people had once been buried. You can always tell when the ground is sunk in. You can tell by the proportions. And we did confirm definitely that a number of people had been buried at one time, and markers had been long since removed. We don't know if it went back to 1947 when it became a public park. But again, the energy felt benign.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
But at the same time, I found it disturbing that so many bodies had been buried in the park, and
It felt disrespectful to a degree.
just I wish it was sad to see that they were gone.
Well, yes, they were gone. They were not being acknowledged anymore. It was almost like it was being glossed over. Like, oh, this is now a park where you can ride your bicycle and walk your dog and play volleyball and have picnics. And we felt there should have been a little more acknowledgement of the people
that it is
there.
a graveyard.
Yes, it is a
people.
graveyard.
Now, we were able to take the water taxi, which was rather incredible. It took us out to the Bay of Cardiff.
Yes.
How did you feel about the experience of being able to finally see that bay, which is considered magical, and all that wildlife?
It was magical. The wildlife around there, I wish we could have spent more time. It was a very cold day. I think we got spoiled by the fact the previous 2 days had been so sunny and warm. Anybody who's been to the UK knows the weather is extremely unpredictable here, and we got hit with a cold blast. And it was very damp, so that cut our visit short. But we got to do some things.
We had a lovely cup of tea, and
yes,
then,
we
of
did.
course, we ended our evening with some beautiful food, Georgian food.
Oh,
Can you
yes.
talk a little bit about the Georgian restaurant?
I'm still full from last night. Well, you have been introducing me to foods that I've never had before. Like Pakistani, Israeli. This was from Georgia.
Georgia.
Russian Georgia. Is that the correct way of saying it?
No, I
Russian?
think it's its own country.
Own country, Georgia, not the state of Georgia.
It was conquered
here,
by the
obviously.
Persians, the Turk, Ottoman Empire, but also the Russians.
Yeah.
Now it's an independent country.
Oh, we were just served beautiful salads, vegetables, greenery, breads, cheeses. But I would say the kebabs. But I would say the tour de force was that dish that the waiter prepared in front of us.
Cheese boat
you
bread
talk about it.
that has an egg in it. Absolutely delicious. And of course, we ended our evening on that with a lovely walk back to the hotel.
We
And
had
of
to
course,
walk.
we've just finished our breakfast and we'll be taking a train back to beautiful London. We'll have one more day of sightseeing in London, and then tomorrow we fly out to beautiful Rome for 4 days.
Yes.
And of course, we will make sure to show you all the pictures of beautiful Cardiff. We want to thank everyone
Thank you
who
so
donated to the channel.
All our hearts. Thank you.
And we have been eating our way through your donations.
Literally.
Oh yeah, baby. And we got the pictures to prove it.
Video
Thank
too.
you for your
Thank
love
you.
and support of this channel. We are very grateful to all of you. Be well, be kind to all so that all will be kind to you too. God bless. Peace out, and we will see you next time on our next journey. Thank you, everyone, so
Thank
much.
you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.